I'm sure by now you have watched this movie by Barack Obama, Leave the World Behind. And it's very interesting, has some very interesting medical scenes. You're going to react to them. But as a disclaimer, if you have not watched that movie, first of all, just go and watch it and then come back. Or if you're not planning to watch it, then we can just react to some of the scenes. I'm not going to react to the whole movie. I'm just going to pick the areas that is relevant to the medical practice. Now, let's start the first scene. Yes, now, this, if you look at the theme of the movie, it's revolving around hacking, technology, and something of the sort. Now, if you look at the warfare, the evolution of the war is going toward technology. Now, if you look closely, you can see this is a drone and maybe it's just distributing something. No, my first initial thought will be this is something like a biological weapon based on what I've seen previously, because the country is kind of somehow shut down. There is no power. There is allegations of hacking, and also there is an emergency declaration. So I would first of all think that this is a biological warfare. So I would just run away fast before even think of what this might be, because this can be a drone. It can go several ways. One, it can be like maybe we have robots that are now revolting against human beings. So they are fighting with human beings. They have decided to create a biological weapon to kill them. Or maybe you have human beings with ill intentions. They are creating biological weapons to just eliminate other people. We don't know. So the first instance or the first instinct when I see something like this will be to look for how I'm going to run away fast, get something that will keep me safe, like gas mask or something that will just cover me completely. And then from there, I can just now start exploring. That's this looks like it's planted. Not sure, but it looks planted. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because you can see it's very well prepared, very well kept, but I wouldn't touch something that I don't know without gloves or something like a protection, or just use a stick or something to just yank whatever you want to get, because this is a hand of a person. You don't know whatever killed this person. Maybe it's a virus or maybe a bacteria. I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, so as usual, I don't. But it took. The latency is very high. The latency is very high. That would have been the first thing. Even before I even think, I'll just turn the car around and run away. There, right there. Now, if you can look at this, like, you can clearly tell we already have an inflammation there. That's the reason why some of the areas that you can find there, it's already red. Now, just watch. Yes, exactly. I wouldn't want to do that. If you know exactly what's happening here, maybe it's a bug. It's just, this is just a bite. We don't know what that bug is. Now, and I've said this when I was talking about narrow bee fly. Now, it usually contains any insect. Don't crush any insect on your anywhere on your body, on your skin. I was talking about narrow bee fly, which contains toxins. And once you crush it on your skin, it burns off your skin because it contains toxins called pederine. So you don't want to crush anything on your skin. Just blow it off. If you have to kill it, just kill it, but not on your skin. Now you can see here, he first of all crushed that thing on the skin, so we actually don't know what's there. We've had so many cases of infections coming from animals to human beings, and the same case coming from insects and other things to human beings.
Where are my kids?
Yes, that one. Sound is good. Hearing is very good. Very loud noise, very bad. And especially if it's high-pitched. Now, we have, and by them, let me give you some very interesting facts. Now, you can lose hearing of a certain wavelength. Like, for example, the deep bass. By the high pitch and the middle pitch, those wavelengths might not be affected in your ears. So you lose only a section of what maybe destroyed your ear. And there's something else you need to understand about sound. Now, there is a certain wavelength with which the human ear can be able to hear. We have animals that can be able to hear even wavelength that human beings cannot be able to hear, like dogs. And also we can use sound to make images, like for example, ultrasound. Ultrasound uses very high wavelengths that are beyond the scope of human ear. So that sound is directed to a certain organ of the body. And from there, what it picks is now the reflection of that sound back to the machine. So the time between when the wave it hit maybe a bone and then came back, the time it took is what you usually use to measure the length and give the image. So that's why sometimes when you have the attenuation of that signal, that's when you don't have like a feedback, and when you have like a signal coming back, it means that there was a reflection, and that may be something hard. So based on the tissue that is interacting with, you get a very good picture of that area. So that's one of the way an ultrasound works. You say sound. So sound like this, very dangerous. It's going to destroy your ears. Make sure you're not exposing yourself for too long. Like another thing, very interesting one is, if you stay somewhere that is so noisy for long, you kind of become a little bit deaf, because now we have vibrations and we have some bones inside your ears that helps you to hear something. So due to high vibrations, the vibrations will make them drift apart, so they become less sensitive to the noise, and that's why you can be able to tolerate that. But once you move, or maybe the noise is switched off directly or just suddenly, you're going to feel like you're deaf. You're not going to be very sensitive to the sound or anything. But this will come back later, because now the bones will come back together, and then you will resume your normal hearing.
You guys sit tight, okay?
See anyone? You see anyone?
There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
I'll be scared. Now, after analyzing the whole scene, you've seen that we have accidents, and they are typically self-driven, because you can see here self-driving safety features. So they are self-driving cars, and they are Teslas. You see, it's a Tesla Model 3. So they're there. So there was an issue, and if you remember from this movie, there is a hacking going on. Now, I'm imagining, for example, we have robots inside hospitals, and we have very mechanized systems that sometime I would think that they are going to include AI in the future. Suppose they get hacked, and then they start acting. I don't want even to think. No, we have robotic surgeries. We have other laboratory machines that uses very high precision machines that are controlled by a computer. Suppose it's hacked or something. So that's what will happen. One of the things is they will crash. We have MRI machines. We have so many other machines that will have computer inside them. So suppose they get hacked. Okay, that aside, we have very, very valuable medical data in our hospitals. They are kept in electronic systems. What if that is hacked and that data is accessed? Anyone can use that information to do anything they want, because it contains a lot of information which is very valuable, because that information can pinpoint to an individual.
What are you fucking doing?
Oh my God. Now we can have diseases like periodontal disease that will just inflame your gum, and the gum is going to be inflamed. Sometimes it can be worse and make even your teeth loose, but not to an extent of whereby you can just pull them out. Now, like we said, yes, we have vibrations that can be able to make your teeth feel that it's loose by the vibration that you're going to get in the pulp that is inside the structure of your teeth. Inside there, the water molecule that will be vibrating from the high pitch of the sound makes your teeth to hurt and also to be very sensitive. Kind of like when you chew this. When you chew it, you're going to have very sensitive teeth, and you're going to have a very, very weird and a very bad, irritating feeling from your teeth. So that's what usually happens. So here we're trying to think whether is this coming from the bug that bit him, or is coming from the sound, because like you remember, he said that he didn't close the ears fast enough. So, sure,